Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. There is a difference between a divorce with children and a divorce without. Beyond the obvious, the court sets up a completely different life cycle for your case when you have children and when you don't, recognizing that there will be complications or that there is a possibility of complications with children that you might not have without. To really break it down to its lowest common denominator, I will tell you at its simplest level, the court gives a different scheduling order for children than when there's a divorce without. The scheduling order in the life cycle of a case with children is generally 60 days, which means the court will invite you to finalize your divorce without children 60 days after filing. Now, does that mean you'll necessarily get divorced on the 61st day? No, it doesn't mean that at all. Does it mean that the court will start yelling at you on the 61st day if you're not completely done? Doesn't mean that either. The court will set up some scheduling conferences to figure out what the issues are, but many times your most complicated cases don't involve children because you're dealing with, let's say, people whose children are grown, so they're out of the picture, but yet they have a golf course that they own, and they have shares of a company that's publicly traded, and some of it's private, and how much is it worth? They have businesses that have to be divided. You can't do this in 60 days. It's not likely that a case like that has a complicated structure of assets, will be resolved so quickly. So it's entirely possible that a case without children will go longer. However, at least such case doesn't have the issues of custody, parenting time, and child support. The court recognizes that cases with minor children that does have the issues of custody, parenting time, and child support, they are much more likely to require more time than a 60-day time frame. So the court sets that up on a 6-month schedule and will start inviting you to finalize when you're 5 months, 5.5 months in. Is it possible to resolve your divorce with children on that 180th day? Yeah, sometimes you can do them quicker. We've had cases here in the office where people have been separated for years, and the court determined that there was no point in making us wait 180 days. The fastest divorce we've ever done in the 37-year history of this firm, divorce with children, 42 days. 42 days, 6 weeks basically. But those people had been separated for 3 years. They were living out of state. They already had everything resolved. So the court said, you know what? It's in the best interest of the children to give closure to this. I don't want it to linger for another 4 or 5 months. There's no point in that. So the court let us go earlier. But barring that, the court's going to make you wait out that 180 days. The court may say, I will finalize it, but I won't actually sign the thing till that 180th day. The court has that option to do that. You have to understand, though, there are considerations with minor children, like the custody, parenting time, and child support, that have to be worked out. It is important for the parents to try, if they can, to develop a framework of working it out. Remember, you can go into court and say, well, I just can't talk to him, so there's nothing to work out. Judge, you take care of it. You can do that. I've seen cases where the parties have literally thrown it into the lap of the judge. And you know what happens in those cases? Both sides walk out of the courtroom disappointed. That's right. The court has an uncanny way of disappointing both sides, of making both sides feel that somehow the other side got the better shake of it. Sometimes ultimate fairness looks like bias depending on where you're standing. Okay? So you've got to realize that if you can give the court some idea, some framework of how it might be worked out, your issues regarding your children, your issues regarding support, parenting time, you'll be in a much better position, and you should certainly consider doing that. Now, if you need some guidance on how to work that out with your case, of course, reach out to us. We'll be glad to help you out.